Ladies, have you ever felt that undeniable energy between you and a man, yet he acts like nothing is happening, like he's holding back something deep, something intense? Well, let me tell you, when a man is secretly drawn to you, his actions will expose what his words refuse to say. Here are 10 undeniable signs that he's hiding deep feelings for you. Let's break it down. There's something about the way his eyes follow you, something deeper than just casual interest. It's not just a glance, it's a silent pull, a craving he's trying to suppress. He looks at you as if he's memorizing every curve of your face, as if his eyes are tracing the shape of his unspoken thoughts. You can feel it, can't you? That tension, that unspoken heat lingering in the space between you. When a man is hiding his feelings, his mouth might stay silent, but his eyes will betray him. You notice it in the way he watches you when he thinks you aren't looking, the way his pupils dilate slightly when you're near, the way his gaze lingers just a second too long. It's almost as if he's seeing you in a way no one else does, drinking you in without a single word. He might try to keep it subtle, but his body gives him away. The way his breathing shifts, the way his lips part ever so slightly, as if his thoughts are slipping into places he's not ready to admit. You catch him staring, and for a split second you see something raw, something intense. But just as quickly he looks away, pretending it never happened. There are moments when his eyes hold something deeper, something primal, something unfiltered. When you speak, they lock onto your lips, as if he's imagining the feel of your words against his skin. When you laugh, there's a flicker of something else, something that makes his jaw tighten, his fingers twitch. It's not just admiration, it's restraint. He's fighting something, controlling something, keeping something caged inside that wants to break free. The tension builds every time he looks at you, a slow, deliberate burn that he's either too afraid to act on or too addicted to resist. You've seen it, haven't you? The way his eyes darken just slightly when you lean in a little too close. The way he watches your hands when you move, his mind slipping into places he won't let himself go. He doesn't need to touch you for his body to respond. His pulse gives him away, his breath betrays the steady rhythm he's trying to maintain. When you step into the room, his eyes find you before anything else does, drawn to you like gravity, like instinct. Even in a crowded space, he searches for you, needing that fleeting moment of connection, that electric pulse that only the two of you can feel. And then there are those moments when he can't look away, when the air thickens between you, when silence carries more weight than words ever could. He holds your gaze longer than he should, as if he's daring himself to let you see what he's been hiding. There's no need for words in that moment. You both feel it. That slow building heat, that quiet tension, that invisible thread pulling tighter and tighter. It's the kind of look that lingers on your skin long after he's turned away. The kind that makes you wonder how much longer he can hold back. He might try to mask it with indifference, with casual glances that don't match the intensity you've already felt. But when a man wants you in ways he won't say out loud, his body doesn't know how to lie. His eyes will find you even when they shouldn't. His breath will hitch when he least expects it. His hands will clench just slightly, as if resisting the urge to reach out. You are the distraction he can't shake, the thought that lingers long after you've gone, the temptation he keeps tucked away in the quiet corners of his mind. And if you look closely enough, if you let the silence stretch just long enough, you'll see it. The hunger, the longing, the desire he's trying so hard to keep buried. Because when a man is hiding deep feelings for you, his lips might stay sealed, but his eyes will always tell the truth. You don't have to wonder if he feels something his body already told you. He lingers, always near, always close enough to feel the warmth of your skin, but never quite crossing that invisible line. He finds reasons to be around, reasons that don't seem like reasons at all. It's subtle at first, the way he positions himself next to you, the way his presence shifts when you walk into the room. He doesn't have to say anything because his movements speak louder than words ever could. He stands just a little too close, his body unconsciously gravitating toward yours like a magnet he can't fight. You feel it, don't you? That charged space between you, that slow simmering tension that thickens the air. It's in the way his breath changes when you lean in, the way his chest rises just a little faster, as if your presence is pulling something deep out of him. He's not just there, he's absorbing you, soaking in the way you move, the scent of your skin, the energy that crackles in the space between you. And then there are those moments when he pretends not to notice, but you can feel his attention pressing against you, a silent touch that lingers in the air. He doesn't pull away when your hands brush, doesn't flinch when your knee rests just a little too close to his. If anything, he stays there, frozen in that moment, as if he's memorizing the feeling, as if he's letting himself indulge in what he won't admit out loud. The tension isn't accidental, it's deliberate, controlled, restrained in a way that makes you wonder what would happen if he ever let go. It's not just about proximity, it's about energy. He doesn't just sit beside you, he leans in. He doesn't just listen, he watches. Every word you speak making something shift in his expression. Something darken in his eyes, the way his fingers flex against his thigh, the way his jaw tightens when you tilt your head just right. It's all there, written in his body, in the way he exists around you. He's holding himself back, but barely. The push and pull is intoxicating, a slow burning anticipation that lingers long after he's gone. You catch him in those small, unguarded moments, when he inhales just a little deeper as you pass by, when his fingers tap against the table like he's trying to distract himself, when his body stiffens slightly at the sound of your voice. His entire presence shifts when you're near, like his body is adjusting to something it wasn't prepared for. He wants to stay in control, but desire is a tricky thing. It seeps into movement, into breath, into the way his entire demeanor changes when you enter the room. And the real giveaway, he finds reasons to touch you, but never too much, just enough. A hand resting on your lower back for a second longer than necessary, fingers brushing against yours as he hands you something. The way his palm skims over your arm as he leans in to whisper something only for you. Fleeting these moments, but they leave imprints, marks that neither of you can erase. He's careful, but not careful enough. There's hesitation in every touch, restraint wrapped in temptation, a silent question hanging between you, waiting to be answered. Even when he tries to act unaffected, his body betrays him. The way he angles himself toward you without thinking, the way his breathing shallows when you speak, the way his hands flex like he's resisting the urge to reach for you. It's not in what he says, it's in what he does. He can't help it. His body craves yours before his mind can stop it. He may not be ready to say it out loud, but he's already told you. You just have to know where to look. There's a way he speaks to you that feels different, something in his voice that lingers in the air, sinking into your skin long after the words have faded. It's not just what he says, it's how he says it, how his tone shifts when you're the one he's talking to. The way his voice softens, the way his words slow down, as if he's savoring the moment, as if he wants to stretch the conversation just a little longer. You hear it, don't you? That slight hesitation before he answers, like he's carefully choosing his words, like he's measuring every response to make sure it holds just enough weight. You've noticed how he reacts when you speak. He listens differently, not just hearing your words, but absorbing them, letting them settle deep inside him. He leans in as if pulling your voice closer, as if every word that escapes your lips is something he wants to hold on to. He doesn't just nod absent-mindedly, he reacts, his expression shifting with every inflection in your tone. When you laugh, his lips twitch slightly, like he's trying to hold back his own response. When you tease, he plays along, but there's something else beneath the surface. Something that makes his voice dip just slightly lower, something that makes his words come out slower, heavier, as if he's letting you feel them rather than just hear them. And then there are the moments when his voice betrays him, when it deepens unconsciously, when it drops into something quieter, something almost intimate. It happens when you're close, when the space between you shrinks, when the air thickens just enough to make every syllable feel charged. He doesn't realize it, but you do. You feel it in the way his words graze over your skin, in the way his voice carries a weight it doesn't hold with anyone else. There's a certain roughness to it, a certain texture that makes your stomach tighten, that makes something stir low in your body. And the way he says your name, it's not the same as when others say it. He lingers on it, stretches it just enough to make it feel like more than just a name. It's deliberate, like he enjoys the way it feels rolling off his tongue, like he's memorizing the way you react to it. And when he speaks to others, you notice the difference. He's casual, light, effortless, but with you, there's something deeper, something just beneath the surface, something that makes his voice carry a heat that wasn't there before. Sometimes his words stumble slightly just for a fraction of a second, like his thoughts are moving faster than his mouth can keep up. He doesn't get nervous easily, but around you, there are moments where his sentences trail off, moments where he starts a thought and then stops, like he's filtering himself before he says too much. He covers it up well, but not well enough. There's an edge to his voice, an almost imperceptible tremor, like he's balancing between control and something more dangerous. And the way he speaks, when you're alone, it's different. There's no rush, no distractions, just his voice low and deliberate, sinking into the space between you. There's a weight to it, a quiet intensity that wraps around you like an invisible touch. He plays with words, lets them hang in the air, makes you wait for what comes next. And sometimes he doesn't say much at all, but the silence between you isn't empty. It's filled with everything unsaid, everything his voice is too careful to reveal. But you feel it. Every time he speaks, you feel it. There's something different in the way he touches you. It's not the casual, fleeting contact of a friend, not the effortless, unconscious brush of someone who doesn't think twice. No, his touch lingers just a moment too long, his fingers grazing your skin in a way that makes your breath hitch, your heart pound just a little harder. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but it's there. The hesitation, the slow retreat, as if he's memorizing the warmth of your skin before he pulls away. You feel it when his hand rests on the small of your back, the slightest pressure guiding you through a crowded room. It's protective, deliberate, a silent claim that only you can sense. His fingers spread just enough to make you aware of them, his touch light but firm, sending a quiet message without a single word. And when he pulls away, you swear you can still feel it, as if his hand has left an invisible mark. Then there are those moments when his touch seems almost accidental, yet it happens too often to be a coincidence. His knee brushes against yours under the table, but he doesn't move it away immediately. His fingers graze yours when he hands you something, lingering just long enough for you to notice. When you laugh, his hand finds your arm, squeezing just slightly, grounding you in the moment. It's in the way he tucks a loose strand of hair behind your ear, his fingers barely grazing the sensitive skin along your jaw. The way he lets his hand rest on your shoulder for just a second longer than necessary. And then there's the way his touch changes when it's just the two of you. In public, it's restrained, careful, almost like he's holding something back. But when no one else is watching, it becomes something else entirely. He leans in closer, his fingers trailing along the curve of your arm as he speaks, his breath warm against your skin. His hand finds the back of your neck, his thumb brushing against your pulse point in a way that makes your entire body tense with anticipation. You notice the difference in the way he touches others, how effortless, how casual, how different it is from the way he touches you. With them, it's quick, meaningless. With you, it's charged, deliberate, filled with something unspoken. He isn't just touching you, he's feeling you, mapping out the reactions, watching the way your body responds. He notices the way you lean into him when he places a hand on your waist, the way your breath catches when his fingertips graze the inside of your wrist. And sometimes it's not even about touch itself. It's about the way he holds himself back. The moments when you can see the restraint, the tension in his hands when he keeps them at his sides instead of reaching for you, the way his jaw clenches when your fingers graze against him by accident, the way he stiffens slightly when you press too close, as if he's fighting something inside himself. Then there are the rare, stolen moments when that restraint slips, when his grip tightens ever so slightly, when his fingers flex against your skin like he's testing how it feels, when he lets himself get lost for just a second, before pulling back, before regaining control. You see it in his eyes and the way he looks at you afterward, as if he knows he's crossed a line, as if he's silently daring you to acknowledge it. Every touch tells a story of what he won't say out loud, a story of everything he's holding inside. And if you pay attention, if you really feel the way he touches you, you'll know exactly what's hidden beneath it all. There's something in the way his voice changes when he speaks to you. It's not what he says, it's how he says it. There's a depth to his tone, a shift in his cadence, a warmth that wasn't there before. When he talks to others, his words are straightforward, measured, effortless, but when he speaks to you, something is different. His voice slows down just slightly, his words seem to hold more weight, as if he's choosing each one carefully, as if he's aware of how they sound when they reach you. You notice it in the way he calls your name. It's softer, drawn out just a little longer than necessary, as if he's savoring the way it feels on his tongue. There's something almost possessive in the way he says it, something that lingers between you, hanging in the air long after he stops speaking. When he lowers his voice, when it dips into something quieter, almost like a whisper meant only for you, your skin reacts before your mind even registers it. Then there are the moments when his voice betrays what he's trying so hard to conceal. When he teases you, there's a huskiness in his laughter, a slight rasp in his tone, something almost unspoken beneath his words. It's there when he asks if you're cold and offers his jacket, the way his voice drops just a little lower as he leans in, as if he's secretly hoping you'll shiver, just so he has an excuse to be closer. It's in the way he sighs your name when you frustrate him, the way his voice tenses when you joke about someone else catching your attention. You can feel it in the way he speaks when the conversation shifts, when things become personal, intimate, when he shares pieces of himself that he doesn't offer to just anyone. His voice changes, the bravado slips away, and what's left is something raw, something real. It's in the way he hesitates before admitting his fears and the way his tone lowers when he tells you things he's never told anyone else. There's a weight in his voice that you can't ignore, an unspoken message woven between his words. And then there are the silences, the pauses that stretch just a little too long, the moments where he seems to be searching for the right thing to say, only to decide against saying it at all. You feel it when his breath catches before he speaks, when his voice falters just slightly before he regains his composure. He'll start to say something, then stop, shake his head, and change the subject as if whatever was on the tip of his tongue was too dangerous to let slip. But the most telling moments are when he lets that control slip, when his voice takes on a different edge, rougher, needier, laced with something he can't quite suppress. It's in the way he calls your name when he's caught off guard, when he's too focused on you to remember to hold back. It's in the way he breathes your name when he's close, when the space between you has all but disappeared, when he forgets just for a moment to keep his distance. There are 1,000 ways a man can tell you what he's feeling without ever saying the words out loud. His voice is one of them. The way it shifts, the way it falters, the way it lingers in the spaces between you. If you listen closely, you'll hear it. The unspoken confessions, the silent longing, the words he's too afraid to say. And once you hear it, you'll never be able to ignore it again. There's something about the way he reacts to your touch that speaks louder than words. It's not just in the grand gestures, it's in the small fleeting moments, the way his body betrays him before his mind can catch up. You see it when your hand brushes against his arm, the way his muscles tighten for a fraction of a second, like his body is begging to react, but he forces himself to stay still. It's in the way he lingers just a little too long when you hug, the way his hands press against your back as if memorizing the shape of you, the way his fingers hesitate before letting go. You notice it when your fingers graze his when passing something to him, the way his breath hitches, just enough for you to catch it if you're paying attention. He doesn't flinch, doesn't pull away, but there's a shift in his energy, something electric in the air between you. And then there are the accidental touches, the moments where your legs press together under the table, where he reaches past you and his chest brushes your shoulder, where his hand rests on your lower back for just a second too long before he steps away. You feel the tension in those moments, the silent battle between restraint and desire, the way his body wants to react, but his mind forces him to stay composed. But it's not just about the way he reacts, it's about the way he initiates. The way his fingers find reasons to fix something on you, brushing a stray strand of hair behind your ear, adjusting the sleeve of your sweater, his knuckles grazing your skin in a way that's too gentle, too deliberate to be casual. He doesn't need to touch you, but he does, and when he does, it's never rushed. There's something intentional in the way his hands move, something careful yet charged, as if he's memorizing the sensation of you, as if he's letting himself feel just enough before pulling away. Then there are the moments where he almost loses control, when you touch him in a way that catches him off guard, and for a split second you see it. His jaw tightens, his breath slows, his eyes darken just a little. He recovers quickly, but you catch that flicker of something deeper, something he's trying to hide. You feel it in the way he exhales when you lean in just a little too close, in the way his fingers curl into fists when he resists the urge to pull you closer, in the way his throat bobs when he swallows back whatever thought just crossed his mind. It's not just about his hands. It's about his entire body, the way he leans in when you speak as if drawn to you without realizing it, the way his posture shifts when you enter the room, shoulders squaring, chest lifting, as if he subconsciously wants to look his best in your presence, the way his breathing changes when you're near, the rise and fall of his chest, slowing, deepening, like he's trying to steady himself. And then there are the moments when he lets his guard down completely, when he forgets to hold back and his touch becomes something different, softer, more deliberate, filled with something he doesn't dare put into words, the way his fingers trace lazy patterns on your skin, the way his grip tightens just slightly when you pull away, the way his hand finds the small of your back without even thinking. He doesn't say it, but his body does. The way he reacts, the way he resists, the way he gives in, just enough before pulling back. You don't need words to know. His touch speaks for him. The tension, the hesitation, the need just beneath the surface, it's all there, waiting, simmering, undeniable. And once you notice it, you'll realize that he's been telling you how he feels this whole time.